Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of, it is October 3rd. That is the week. I totally forgot as usual. So let's see what is going on for you this week. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com. Uh, we've been adding a bunch of new great readers and things like that to the site. The site, of course, we built it during a retrograde, so it's a little, there's still some issues, still some things we're working out, but for the most part, if you click on readers, you can find a bunch of new readers in the readers section, or if you click on even starting next week, if you click on your sign, the things should be a little bit more organized there under your sign. But having said that, definitely check out AstroJar. Again, there's a link right down here. We're doing this again to help out new readers and people like that that really don't get a lot of exposure now all of a sudden with YouTube. So that's why we're doing that. But let's see what comes up for you this week of October 3rd. So this week, let's see actually. Yeah, you start with the Jack of Hearts, which is a very good card. Definitely a card that can represent having an admirer, having somebody who's interested in you this week. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see, could come in through work. Or it could just be somebody totally new that you meet at random. So again, definitely be open to meeting new people and things like that if you're looking for love. Could be male or female, so just be aware of that as well. Um, this card can also represent messages coming to you. You have two other people, two other court cards basically showing up here in the reading, so definitely pay attention to any messages you receive and pay attention to the people around you in general this week, because you could be receiving a lot of messages and things like that about things that you need to do or look out for. You never know. So that's that. Next, you have the Three of Hearts. Great card of emotional happiness. The way I read this card is I typically just read it as the card of emotional happiness, and that's pretty much it. Just represents things getting better for you and things like that. Especially, I mean, you have a pretty positive little spread here, so usually when this card shows up in a positive spread like you have here, it is more positive. If it was a negative spread, it definitely could represent some other things that would be less positive, but you have very positive cards. This card, it can represent the desire for more, more affection, more love in your life and things like that, and basically thinking about that and trying to think about making that happen. You could also be thinking about the past and maybe how you didn't make enough of like a commitment in love, maybe, or maybe you had some indecision about love or something along those lines, and you could be having those thoughts. But I would say it'd be a good thing because you're thinking about it. You're saying, maybe the next person I meet, maybe I'll try to make more of a commitment or maybe less of a commitment. This is the threes are all about balance, so maybe it could be more or less. Really, I don't want to lock it in there and say that it only means more. It could be one or the other. So you could be making those decisions. It's a great card. Like I said, threes do represent change and growth in a lot of ways, so I always like to have threes. Next, you have the Seven of Diamonds. Maybe some doubts around money and things like that. I would say mostly coming from the past with the Seven of Diamonds. Seven of Diamonds came up for a few signs during the October reading. So you could be thinking about some doubts and things like that you're having from the past and all this other stuff. So definitely let those things go. It is a card, again, for those of you that are retired or maybe you're just an investor, I would say be very careful of investments this week in general. It might be just a good week to kind of look behind the scenes and see what's going on with an investment. Probably not such a great week to make an investment. Be like, again, more of like a research type of week for you this week. Next, you have the King of Hearts. This can represent love returning to you and more love coming to you, so definitely a great card for having more love coming in. And it can also represent a return. You could be seeing some returns on energy and things like that coming back to you. So very good card there. Also, a very nurturing card, can represent more nurturing type energy coming in for you. Next, you have the King of Clubs. Very good card for friends and friendships. And also mentors as well. If you have people you look up to, this is a very important card for people you look up to, and like I said, friends or mentors and things like that. Definitely pay attention to all those people in your life because it could be very important for you this week. This is also a great card for looking towards the future and planning your future and things like that. And finally, you have the Five of Hearts. More love coming in. I think this week Normally this card is read as actually less love. It can be read as a breakup card and all this other stuff, but for you this week, I'm getting that it's actually representing you opening up to love and things like that. So I actually think it's a better card. I think it's kind of got an opposite meaning for you this week of just like actually being open to new people and things like that. So I really like to see that for you as well. But like I said, you kind of have like a main message this week of definitely staying open to messages and paying attention to what people are saying around you and things like that. Because you could gain a lot of benefits that way. But thank you for watching and enjoy your week.